NASCAR fans, how you doing? William Crossland back with another video, and I'm about to head home for Thanksgiving, as I'm sure all of you, if you're away from home right now, are getting back to your home and enjoying time with your family over this holiday season. But my work before Thanksgiving is not over yet with this channel, because I still have yet to talk about, officially in a video, what happened at Homestead, Miami, deciding the championship for getting it all settled down. Joey Logano won the whole thing, caused some controversy. We're going to take a look at it right here as we take a quick recap of the race, and then I'll be giving my thoughts on it throughout. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. In stage 1, Martin Truex Jr. used his tires up a lot early by taking the low line, lost positions. He seemed to do that all day long. As you know, Denny Hamlin did have to give up his pole position pit stall to Kyle Busch by order of Coach Joe Gibbs himself, due to the fact that Kyle Busch was in contention for the championship. And Denny Hamlin decided to capture his P1 spot right back from Kyle Busch early in the race. How you like that, Joe Gibbs? Yeah, this is definitely not the reason why I thought Coach Joe Gibbs made this decision. I thought it was because of him causing problems for people who are not in the playoffs, that trend going on this year. Thankfully, the race remained fairly clean the most part, and that goes for the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the top level. So your stage 1 winner was, surprise, surprise, Kevin Harvick. Oh man, Kevin Harvick, your stage 1 winner. This really got me setting things into motion. Oh, he's just going to be another dominant victory for Kevin Harvick. He's going to win the championship. Lottie-dottie, write the story. It's all over. It's over. Well, no, not really. Let's move on. Pit stops ensued after that first stage. Denny had trouble in his pit box, and the champion 4 as they came out was Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, and Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch lost 6 spots on pit road after a bad pit stop going into stage 2. Harvick battled Joey Logano for second place, took it with about 54 laps to go in stage 2. Larson is awesome. He gets the stage 2 win and takes the possible sweep away from Kevin Harvick. But boy, did he put on a show at Homestead, Miami. There's no doubt about it. This is Kyle Larson's track. He just rides that high line like it's no big deal, but really, it's a lot of work. Really watch out if Kyle Larson can somehow make it to the Final Four next year, because he will have Homestead, Miami. Pit stops after stage 2 as they came out in order: Logano, Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch. Now on to the final stage. Logano and Martin Truex Jr. are 1 and 2. It's the story we've been hearing about since Martinsville. The war, the battle. It all comes down to this: who would end up winning that war, quote unquote. Caution, Kyle Larson, right rear down. Well, he's still awesome in my book, but just had a lot of hard luck this year. Hopefully he can bounce back in 2019. After the restart, Martin Truex Jr. passes Logano, but the 22 doesn't have the tires to fight back at the moment. Kevin Harvick goes to pit road, 37 laps to go, and he's the first of the championship 4 to do so. Martin Truex Jr. would soon fall right after him on the green flag pit stops. Logano next, he beat Martin Truex Jr. off pit road, and it wouldn't be the last time the 22 would beat the 78 that night. Harvick takes the lead after all the green flag pit stop cycles were said and done, and Kyle Busch had yet to pit. Him and Adam Stevens were gambling on the fact that there might be another caution with it being the championship race, and with so few laps to go, this was their last hope to still have a championship fight. It worked in their favor. And how about that for irony? The same car that Martin Truex Jr. will be taking over in 2019 was quite possibly the caution that did him in and sealed his championship fate. The championship 4 off of pit road was Kyle Busch, Truex Jr., Joey Logano, and Kevin Harvick in that order. We've got the big 3 and Joey Logano all together. We've got all the championship 4 drivers all together. Exactly what storylines we're hoping for. 15 to go. The restart ensues. Martin Truex Jr. had it. He had the lead going, but then Logano made that power move with those fresh tires And might I add, the move was clean. And with that, the championship was decided and another name was added to NASCAR history books. The 2018 NASCAR Monster Energy Series Cup champion is Joey Logano. Man, Joey Logano, a NASCAR champion. You know, that's something I never thought I'd hear whenever I was watching him in his rookie season in 2009 in the number 20, taking over Tony Stewart's ride after he left the Home Depot 20 for Joe Gibbs. I remember that was a time in my life when I was a NASCAR fan and I was still like racing the diecast around on the carpet, and I remember getting Joey Logano's rookie car. I still have it at home, and Joey Logano, for me, he's one of those rookies that just brings back memories of my younger years. And now he's finally he finally gets the right to be called a champion. And a champion he is. He stayed very consistent throughout the year with his finishes. And I'm actually looking forward to doing his 2018 season spotlight. And, you think about Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch. They had all the wins this year, give and take, back and forth. But Joey Logano had the consistency where it counted. And under this new playoff format, he and his team figured out how to get it done, how to get themselves in that position where they could have a shot at Miami. And this year, the shot that had to be taken just happened to be at Martinsville. Really not much more that hasn't already been said about this race can I say right now. I know I'm kind of a few days off the mark as race reviews do go, but I really enjoyed this race. Of course, it was the championship race, so definitely enough to keep your attention all through the laps. Really nothing to complain about. You know, honestly, I was rooting for Martin Truex Jr. I was a little upset that he got passed with clean tires, but I appreciate that the move was clean and there wasn't any really aggressive racing for the win or mean, ugly racing. That definitely could have been a factor, but fortunately it wasn't, and we got a nice outcome, and I'm looking forward to 2019. I'm very optimistic. I know this rules package is shaking a lot of people's heads, making a lot of people turn away from watching it or reviewing it or being associated in any shape or form with NASCAR because of this rules package. People are really losing their brains over this thing. Guys, I'm going to be here as long as I want to. And right now, that means if NASCAR goes under, I think NASCAR Racing Fan 2015 said it best. If NASCAR is the Titanic and it's going to go down, I'll be the captain going down with the ship. And so you can expect the same from William Crossland. Coming up next on this channel, I do have quite a bit planned coming up. First of all, I will be going over my 10 predictions from the beginning of the year. I will be going through each one of them. I'll leave a link down in the description below of the prediction video from the beginning of the year so you can get yourself prepped if you'd like. And after that, I will be covering my 2018 season spotlight series where I'll tackle the 4 drivers who made it into the Final Four this year and go over their specific stories. No new rookie to now stories besides Joey Logano. As I said before, the other 3 drivers, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch, I will just be looking at their 2018 stats and season and find the evidence to why they got to that point. That's going to do it for this video, folks. Be sure to follow me on Twitter as I post very often. Crossland NASCAR. Be sure to give this video a like, and if you want to become a part of the William Crossland crew, you can hit that subscribe button right now and join me for the off season and 2019. That's going to do it for today. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving, stay safe, and until next time, this is William Crossland. Thanks for listening.